Good evening, everybody. This is Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show, a show you've probably heard about throughout the social media. You might have heard about it on YouTube, on TikTok. So now you're tuned in to a show that's out of this world. Encounters with your host, CmdrAleon. Let me give you a good evening to everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm going to give you a little bit of bio. Linda, Karen, everybody coming in here. And if I don't acknowledge you right away, just understand I'm multitasking my consciousness here about everything. So I want to give a little bit of a background for new people that are finding the show or heard about it. So this show is called Encounters. It's an actual show. I do radio for 21 years on NPR Pacifica Radio here in Connecticut on WESUFM.org. And it's a show called the Ashtar Command Radio Show, Cosmic Eye. Been doing that for 21 years. And for my bio, for people that want to know a little bit more about me before we get started in the show tonight, I'm also from Mars. So what does that mean? I came here on mission to Earth before I was born. You can call it a starseed definition. If you want to say starseed, that defines it well. I had biological parents on Earth that are no longer here. And I came here on mission to Earth to bust the matrix, to do a lot more than that. I work in cosmic Christed consciousness, which is very different from 3D religion. So if you've never heard of cosmic Christed consciousness, I work with the Christed consciousness on a cosmic level, a galactic level. I also do workshops where I take people off planet to a golden ship of light during the warmer weather, which we'll be doing this year here in the United States, and they keep a journal and record of that. I also am a C5 coordinator in the United States for our Ashtar Command Contact Group, which will be doing an event. I'll mention it a little bit later into the show. We're doing an event, and one of my associates in southeastern Connecticut is doing a really beautiful event too this year in April. These will both be in April of 2024. So that's a little bit about me. The rules of the show are very, very clear. You have to be over 18, no kids on the screen. No foul language at all on the show. We don't allow it. We don't want it. No vaping, no smoking, no drinking, no drugs, nothing like that. If that's more important to you than being interviewed, then you need to just focus on whatever that is. We just don't do it here. And also, the other last thing is no paranormal discussion. We don't do paranormal. There's like dozens of people on TikTok that are doing that. We are not even involved in any of that. We don't want to get into it. We don't want to talk about any of those things, whatever that is. We're strictly called Encounters for a reason. We deal with disclosure, people's visitations by space beings or out of this world intelligences, and your UFO sightings, crop circles, Bigfoot fairies, mermaids. That all has a realm into the cosmic. And so, hey, Gary, good to see you. So I just want to give people... I'm only 16 years sober. Good, Brian. 16 years. Good going, brother. Beautiful. Now I'm starting to look at people's comments. So I do see you. If I didn't say your name or anything, I collectively say hello to everybody. We're going to have a good show tonight. A little bit later, April will be coming on from Vermont, and we're going to, she's going to attempt to do something with a green screen background and try to get Nana Cook, her father, to join us. And maybe even my commander father on the ship called Brobar. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. So I know there's always new people here. So we've been having, or I say April has been having contacts in Vermont, taken on the ship directly. She's documented everything. The space people that she's connected with, or the Ashtar Command, or we call them Ashtar Galactic Command, they are human, like us, very beautiful, human, just like us. They work and operate in a very loving Christed frequency of light. And so we have actually, since we've met, I'm finding out that my connection to my off-planet father has occurred through her going on the ship. She's been on the ship over 3 times now. And we're going to some point, and I don't know, because things don't operate in time and space, we will be also going on board this big ship. And we'll keep you in tune when that day comes, that you'll know about it. This is all real. There's no channeling. There's no wishful thinking. There's no making up a story. Everything is going to be happening, is going to be real. Isn't that amazing? When, we've been doing our over 11 years of C5 with Dr. Stephen Greer's application and our Ashtar Command protocol. And all my life, since I've been conscious enough to know, hey, Chesno, good to see you. And since I've been able to know, there's so many beautiful things that, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, brother. It's just really, things are transpiring so quickly. In my historical life as a human being, I've always wondered, till I got old enough to be conscious. I always wondered, when I said I told kids in my neighborhood when I was playing baseball one day, I blurted out I came from Mars. What I was really saying, I wasn't from Earth. But I did come from Mars originally. And now, soon, this year, something amazing is going to happen that I never, ever expected to happen. And we will come back to Earth with a message for the planet. All right? It will be a beautiful experience. I'm going to bring Chesno up here if he's home. Got to bring the brother Chesno up here. He's also with our C5 group. And if he's not available to come up, that's okay too. But welcome to the show, everybody. Marinette, good to see you. There'll be a few of us. Hey, Stella Bella. There'll be a few of us going, hey, Cliff. The man with the white beard. Bobby, user 565. I can read names all night long, but that would take forever. Jason, welcome to the show. I'll be around in 20 minutes. Okay, I kind of figured you'd be there. Little Okie, I like that name, Little Okie. People have some interesting names. Georgia, TK, thanks for the likes. Improve Circle, John F., welcome to the show, John F. Roger Waters, user 480. Strawberry Nest, I like that. That's a good name. Ron, welcome. Scott Bright. Leo Hernandez. I'll just read some of the names coming here. 288. Jim Carroll, welcome to the show, Jim. Laverne, I think Morris. The Woodis. Hey, Marie, good to see you. If I mess your name up, don't worry about it. Hey, Julie, welcome to the show. Kristen, hey, Texas, welcome. Via something. Johnny, thanks, Johnny. Jimmy Smith. Silamore, good to see you. I got your name right. At least I got something right in my life here. Jay Dirt, Dreamers Paranormal, Thaw, Tank. Just a lot of people coming in. David Allen, hey, blessings to you, brother. Nancy, welcome. Anna, hey, Anna, user 896. Star Runner Infinite, I love that name. Mike, welcome to the show. Only the best will do. That's right. Hugs, beautiful souls. I like that name. TU something. TU, too. Mr. Bluebird. Nowhere is home. You're right. Nowhere is home. And Ahuna, I think it's Ehuna. Sandra, Michael. Larry Waddle, thanks for the likes. Chosen one, I think it is. Larry Waddle. Della Mack. Only the best. I like that. Got me a rose from Only the Best. Hey, Only the Best. Thank you. We're going to get started pretty soon. We're just getting on here early tonight. And my energy level has always been pretty good. We're doing good. For the last, Commander, can you follow me, please? I absolutely can, Julie. I have just followed you, Jules. Follow me back. I'm sure you're following me. I'll follow you. Victor, hey, Victor. Bill, Doug, welcome to the show. So we're getting feel nice to be at home. It's always good to be at home. D Money, good to see you. User 1246. Joe Beth Barker. Hey, Joe Beth. I like to acknowledge people on my show. Some people don't do that on TikTok. But this is a show where we have an audience, so I like to acknowledge you. If I don't acknowledge you, I know you're there. Rusty, welcome to the show. Dude Man, hey, Dude Man. Carolina, thanks for the likes. We're just getting started, folks. Nick, welcome. Carolina, thanks for the likes. TK, thanks for the finger heart. TK, we appreciate you. And we're going to have to follow you now. We will. Oh, I'm already following you. Okay. I'm already following you. There you go. So we're going to get into the way it works here. We like to interview people. Jules, I think Julie, thank you for the roses so much. We appreciate that. And just to let people know, we do welcome your support. I don't mention it enough here. So I encourage you to go to my main profile page to my Venmo app, and that's my Cash App. If you wish to donate funds to help us, if you become a subscriber, we have 3,100. That money is going to be raised for night vision equipment for our C5 group. And also, if you want to use TikTok gifting, please do that. Oh man, look at all those roses, Julie. You're a blessing. Thank you, and everyone is. Wow, you're definitely. Oh wow, this is crazy, Julie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, really. And if you don't have any TikTok coins, you're low in funds to support what we do here. That's okay too, But if you do have the abundance that you've been given the ability to do my Venmo, Cash App, or do the TikTok coins to gift me here during the show, please do so. And if you're new, you might want to just watch the show and see. Well, mainly I watch the show, see where it goes, and see whether I want to use any of my TikTok coins. And that's fine too, because if you're new here, you want to see what the content is, right? So, but I guarantee you'll be addicted to this show. I guarantee you will be addicted and become a subscriber, as Chesno says. Chesno will, when he gets home, he'll be my co-host for tonight. And he'll be on with us here in a while. And addicted to the show. Yes, I'm addicted. D Money says I'm addicted to the show. So if you get addicted to the show, that's good. Because there's worse things you can be addicted to. Yes, they are. Yeah, it's absolutely true. Hey, Terry. Thank you, Terry. We appreciate it. Mimi, thank you. Hey, Will, welcome to the show. Hey, Eileen, good to see you. 007. Laura J, thanks for the likes. All the people coming here. Hey, Jenny, welcome to Encounters. I see names I don't recognize. Vesper, welcome to Encounters. Nat A. Shea, you're watching Encounters, a real show. Hey, sad shy girl, don't be so sad. I like the name though. And you have 92 followers. We have to get to. I'm just following Sad Shy Girl. Welcome to Encounters. You're going to love it here. This is an actual show that talks about people's visitations by star people, space beings, UFOs, ETs, crop circles, fairies. We get into the Bigfoots, all the good stuff here. The only thing we stay away from is the paranormal. No paranormal discussions on my live. There's 10,000 other people on TikTok doing that. And we also operate in a very high frequency of positivity here. So even regardless of the people's experiences with ETs, the show is a very positive space for people all over the world. So we appreciate it. KT, welcome to the show, KT. Welcome, brother. Love and happiness, right? Clown Checkin'. Hey, Clown Checkin'. Welcome to Encounters. Dat Boy Miz. Hey, Dat Boy Miz. And again, nobody's missed anything here. We're just welcoming people in Louise, I think it is. Welcome to the show. Demond777. Eddie. Atkins, welcome. A lot of interesting. Heloise, 146, welcome. Judy Bowman, thanks for the likes. Monique Bridges, hey, good to see you. Monique. Wes Dark Oaks, hey, Wes Dark Oaks, good to see you too. And we'll get into things in a little bit here. Rose W, welcome to the show, Rose. J Rockin R, that's a good name. Amber Golden, or Godden, or Golden, I think it is. Joan, welcome. Irene, welcome to the show. Caroline M, good evening. Lucky, thanks for the likes. Raj 13, welcome. Greetings, Len. Good to see you, brother. Florida Real Estate, hello. I'm just looking at people coming. Electrification. Good to have you with us. Electrification. Copo something. I didn't catch the name. Corky 45113. Welcome. Vicky, welcome to the show. Judy Jordan, thanks for the likes. Mike E77. Once it got closer to the car, it was like an individual pod in a circle. It was not an actual ship. Interesting, Mike. I think it's Mike E777. Leslie, welcome. Wood One, welcome to the show. Good to have you with us, Julie. Thanks for the share. K Norrish, I think it is. Welcome. It's Just Me. Thanks for the likes. Todd Boone, thank you for the roses. We appreciate all the gifts to help what we're doing here. We got a mission here to bust the matrix on this show. We do it on my radio show for 21 years. We're going to bust the matrix on this planet, you see. Rita, good to see you. Judy White, hello. Jeff, thanks for joining us. We appreciate everybody to tap that button. Like, share. If you share with people that are on TikTok, make sure they're the right people to come in here. We want to get up to over 100,000 likes tonight. It's only 10:54. I want to do that by 12:30 a.m. at the end of the show. So between now and 12:30 a.m., we have a goal. The commander always sets a goal on my show here. So I have a goal, and the goal can only happen with everybody being participants. So this is an interactive show. No one can just sit here and be just like bored and like watching TV. Everybody gets involved. Hey, Liz, thank you for the hat. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. You know? So you're going to get used to the show. You're going to find out that I interact with all of you. I try to get everybody pulled in here. You know? I'm not here to, talk to the window or talk to the crystal over there. I'm here to talk to you. Juliet, thank you so much for the cap. We appreciate it. When does it start? It's already started, Jay Dirt. We started the show about 10:30 something, but we haven't really gotten into anything yet. We are going to. We're just letting the audience get in here. Shelly Irish. Hey, good to see you, Shelly. I want to listen, but some of it is hard to fathom, like Communion, the movie. Yeah, Communion was really, I felt, a very negative experience with Whitley Strieber. I met Whitley Strieber in Connecticut at a UFO conference, and I didn't quite care for what he went through. He didn't have contact with higher dimensional beings or higher Christed beings. He had an experience with lower vibrational beings. That's why he had the experiences he had. I never read his book, but I met him, and his energy was a little bit off, I do have a witness. We'll be getting into interviews in just a minute here. People, and one of the things I want you to do, folks that want to be interviewed, you have to over 200 followers, which means Facebook's rules, not mine. 200 followers, you get on live on audio. If you have 1,000 followers on TikTok, for my show, you can come on live with audio and video, meaning, hey, Michael, good to see you. Colette, welcome. You can come on live. And that's just TikTok's rules. For me, if there was no rules, people would be able to come on live with audio and video just automatically. I do have one photo. So Mike E777, we'll get to you. I think Anton, welcome, William 15211. People coming on here. You're watching Encounters. Caroline, True Passion. I do see you. Welcome. Basil, welcome to the show. Brandon says, would love to tell my encounter, but I don't have the followers. Brandon, you have 122. Well, we'll do, everyone follow Brandon. He's got 122. He needs about 90. If we get 90 more people to follow Brandon, he can tell his story. That's what we do here. We try to If people are close enough to 200, we try to get them up to 200 so we can bring them on tonight. If it doesn't make it by tonight, we'll get them on Sunday night. And I don't know why. Okay, let's see here. The lighting is a little bit off here. Let me just do this here for a minute. There we go. That's much better. We need the lighting here. Now I know why. The lighting was a little bit off here. Now it's good. So welcome everybody to Encounters. We're going to look to see, you need to put in a sentence what it is you want to talk about, whether it's about a visitation by extraterrestrials, star people, whether it's a UFO sighting you recently had, whether it's disclosure information that we don't know about, whatever that is, we need to know that. Running, thank you for the roses. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, Nunny, I think Nunny Mac Dog. Boy, I mispronounced the name. Nunny, thank you. Dr. Candy says I was abducted by the hospital. They held me and I had to escape. You probably did, Dr. Candy. Janice, welcome to our show. Thanks for the likes. We appreciate everybody. So we're going to see, based on your sentences, what your experience is. So if anyone out there has been taken on a spaceship, whether you've had UFO sightings that you're recording, we'd like to hear about it. And even the abduction stories. Thank you for the heart me. We appreciate it. So if you tell me in a sense what your experience is, if you've been recording stuff like UFOs and stuff like that. Good evening, Naked Hanger. Good to have you with us, Justina. So I'll read your comments, but I need to know what you want to come on and talk about related to encounters. Susie Beach, thank you. Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it, Susie. Many blessings to you. Dan the Man, that's a good name. And Christine, welcome to the show. Rita Sanders, thank you. South Korea threatened to jail thousands of doctors for striking. Unrelated to the subject of ET encounters. Unrelated. Okay, we just had to take that person out, posting things unrelated to the show. That's what we do here. Coming from San Diego. Oh, interesting. Annette, we're going to bring you on here if you can. I'd like to bring you on as a guest. And if you don't know how to operate your camera, we'd like to bring you on. I'll show you how to do it. I'm going to bring you on here to talk about your experience in July 16th of 2023. And then I'll tell you how to upload the footage. So accept my guest request. You have to press the thing that's popped on your screen, hopefully. And we'll get you on here as our first guest. What's going on with the lighting here on that? Oh, don't want that to happen. So we'll try to get you on here as best we can here. Okay. I think so. I think we do. Annette, are you there? We'll see. She's just loading up on our screen here. Hey, Power, thank you for the roses. Oh, there you are. Good to have you with us.
Power, thank you for the roses.
Oh, there you are. Let me. We got an amplification. I'm affecting. Let me bring you down. I'll bring it. This is crazy. Let me bring you back up. Okie dokie. Maybe we're let me just explain something here. I am so amped up in my energy levels here. I could be affecting her phone. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to try to bring it back up. Let me see if I can do this here. I'm going back. I'm going to bring you back up. Maybe it's a glitch on here. All right, let's try this again. And I pray that I don't amplify over your phone. Oh, wait a minute. I got to bring it back up again because my TikTok is kind of acting weird. Hold on. Bring it down. I'm going to bring it down, then bring it back up. Sorry about that. This has happened to me a couple of times. The amplification of energy in my room here is really high. So if I'm affecting things, I don't mean to. Let's see here. I'm going to try this again. Okay, let's center energy and do this one more time. Okay, we'll see. I'm hoping. Okay, let's see if this works. Hopefully no echoing. I got my earpods on here too. Come on, TikTok. Do you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, no echoing. Thank God. I did a little bit of meditation there to clear things up. So that's good. Good to have you with us.
Oh, thank you.
And yes, do you know how to bring your camera on? Are you able to do that?
I've never done this before, so I don't know.
I'm going to help. I'm going to help you out. Okay. So on your screen, there is like a microphone, and then there's a cross line over a camera. You'll see it. Everybody has it. You have it, and it'll be like a white circle with a little camera icon.
Right in the square that I'm in?
Yeah, and it's in the square, yeah.
Because I have a mic on the bottom.
Yeah. If you press, what do you see on your screen right now?
On my screen, it just says a number 4, and then it just says my name, and it has my picture on there.
Right. So you actually have the ability. There's actually a camera.
Okay.
I'm not. Yeah. So you need to press.
Camera. All right. There you go.
Turn on camera. Yep. Turn it on. Okay. I should see you in a moment. I don't see you yet. You have to press save on it. You turn the camera on and press the save button.
Save?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Well, there you go. See, now you know how to do it. Good to have you with us, Annette. It's on. You're fine. Yeah. So welcome to the show. Can you tell? So I want to hear your story. So tell us about what happened back last year.
July 16th.
Yes.
July 16th, we live in the Inland Empire, which is down by Redlands. And once a month, me and my best friend go to San Diego. So she drives and I just do the DJ stuff. But this time I was trying to, videotape the cathedrals over there, the churches.
Yeah.
And it came right behind one of the churches. One of the churches, and you couldn't hear, but you could see it really clear. So I had my camera on. I was videotaping a big mission church. So I videotaped it until it got out of sight.
Wow.
There was 2 things following it, one higher up and one lower. So supposedly those are always there with them. They always run with, there's like a round sphere ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is a bigger ship above it. I didn't know, but one of my close relatives showed me about it. Yeah.
What did you feel?
He actually zoomed in.
He zoomed in. So you got good recordings, I guess, right?
Yeah. I just didn't know how to upload them to you. I was seeing you last night or night before, and I wanted to upload them to you. But
you can actually email. I'm going to give you my email before the show. I'll give you my email. Just email them to me, and I can download.
Daylight. It wasn't like it's night and there's clouds and not good camera and I'm shaky. Like people always, the ones that follow you or us are the ones that are the ones that don't believe. But why do they follow us then?
So the thing is, like, how long was the sighting for during the daytime? This was interesting.
Let's start with that. We're on the 15 freeway, and the 15 freeway goes from San Diego all to Riverside. So, but it dropped down to where we couldn't see it. But there was a lot of cars. I'm sure we're not the only ones that seen it.
Other people did.
I'm sure they did because we were driving. It was daylight, and it's like a field after the mountains, like a field. And I'd say it's about 45 miles from the Air Force Base here in San Bernardino.
Well, interesting. Yeah, San Diego has the Air Force Base. There's a lot of military along the coastline there, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my son was military Oceanside, and they had sightings out there too.
Yeah, and did you get any feeling? I always love these discussions when you share a sighting. I'm always curious if the person like yourself that witnessed it, did you feel that the UFOs or the spacecraft that were in the sky that you saw, were they you think they observed it, they knew you were there watching them, or what'd you feel when the experience occurred?
No, I just told my friend it's a UFO, and she's like,
Mhm.
recording. I said I am, and she's like, what? And we're driving. You can hear our voices in the background because we're excited. But I mean, I've always believed that there's a lot more out there in that universe than just us.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
When I was a
And you
small child, I
go
seen
ahead.
one with my family.
So, have you had? You just mentioned something else. Have you had more than one experience besides this experience from last year?
No, I mean, when I was a child, we seen one. We were fishing out in Imperial County, and there was
Mhm.
one out there. But I was little and I was excited, so
Yeah,
I just brushed it off because they make you sort of brush it off and make you think you're crazy.
yeah. Well, not anymore. 30 years later, the tide has changed. That's why there's a show like Encounters, because majority of the people on our planet now do believe that there is something out there. So you're in a better space than you were 30 years ago, like per se.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting story. And
Do you know when all this started coming out a lot more? Just recently, it started coming out a lot more. Was June? I believe it was June 13th. I'm March, April, May. Yeah, June 13th of 2022 was when
22.
it was should have got released. They weren't going to hide anymore, and they were going to be sightings all over the world. And then there's people saying,
Right,
"Oh, it's a big hype. Everyone's seen them." No, it was purposely released, but you had to look
right,
for that news article, and that's why there's so much more sightings. Not because
right.
people playing on it, but some don't know. But if you search
They
it,
don't
it's
know.
there. It's in the news conference, but they didn't put it on the media.
It's interesting, and there's so much that is being not given to the public, right? Like when you think about when all these Congress people, the one he's no longer around, he passed, but he said that the Pentagon had been studying, this is a couple years ago, for a couple of months, they were studying secretly UFO sightings.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we know that the Pentagon and all that has been dealing with this thing for over 70 years.
Yeah.
It's not like they just started looking at UFOs and say, "Oh, this is interesting. Let's take a look at the subject." Right?
Yeah. It sounds like they usually come around when we're going to do something stupid to Mother Earth, like any atomic bombs and all. That's when they came around more.
Yeah.
And they seem to
And we
hang around
still,
those areas because we're damaging our world.
oh yeah, and they know that too.
Yeah.
You're very right
Yeah.
on the money with that.
Yeah.
They know that.
I have a close friend that works closely with military spaceships. All that. He says if they wanted to hurt us, they would have hurt us already.
So this is interesting now. See, I've been doing radio for years and media, and so you said something very interesting. You have a friend that works in space military.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain what space military is?
No, not much. I could just say that that we have a different military now. One is for our wars. It's going to be in the galaxy, not here on Earth.
Yeah. So not to get too specific to get you in trouble here.
Yeah.
But can you tell us in generalities? We don't need to know names, but just tell us what that is the definition of, and why I know we have some sort of a space secret grouping that is already got things created. I know this. I have inside contacts.
Yeah.
So to make you feel comfortable, can you tell our audience what that means when we have a space force, and is it being used to attack? The understanding I have is the aggressors will be our space force, not not the space beings that are coming to Earth soon. It's going to be us that are going to be the ones that are hostile towards peaceful star beings that are coming here to reunite with the Earth. They've been here for billions of years ago. They're coming back because it's timing for it. These things I already know. So I don't channel anything. I have my information. I have all my information is.
So you know that there was a contract and they couldn't come for X amount of years and didn't want them to go public for X amount of years, and that time's expired on June 15th of 2022, and that's why we're seeing so many more sightings. But
Right. And then the galactic sightings are coming, which I talked about on my show. Those are coming between now and 2027. I have
Yeah.
a friend in the DoD who told me that they're aware that in 2027, at that point, there's going to be fleets of ships from other planetary systems coming here, and that's why the Pentagon's going nuts. They don't know what to do. They can't control it anymore. Like you
Yeah.
were just saying, the narrative is not in their favor, right?
No, they've given them like what 70, 80 years plus to come
Yeah.
out. They still
They
think
give
we're
them
not
time.
ready for it. We're such a
They give them
controlled
time.
government. We're such a controlled. Our media. I had said so. I had put the video on my TikTok, and this lady goes, "Is this been confirmed by our government?" I mean, our government, really?
Right.
You want our
Really?
government to confirm
Really?
it?
Right.
Our government's been shielding us from it. They think that we're incapable
Right.
of understanding.
We're just like little kids that don't understand, but we do understand. I mean, we're
Oh,
way
yeah.
more able to understand things more than they know. You see,
Yeah.
this is the problem I've had. That's why I'm busting the matrix with this show, is that I have inside contacts, and they're the ones who they're not afraid to tell me stuff. They're telling me we've been, what's going on. I already know what's happening. I get the confirmation from them as well.
Yeah.
You're giving me confirmation that we have a space force. At first, I didn't believe we had one when it first was mentioned.
Mhm.
But we do have a space force, and it's not being used, to prevent us from bombing Russia or whatever. It's being used to attack starships from other planetary systems that are coming here soon.
Yeah.
And that's not right. There's nothing right about that.
No,
whatsoever.
right. Yeah. And the ones that went down, I think in Nevada area, they didn't just go down because people were talking like, oh, they just went down, but here they're incredible and they're just going down. They didn't go down on purpose. Someone made them go down. And
that's right.
Do you know how long the Space Force has been in
I
place?
don't know about that, but I do know our DoD contact last year told me that we had the Air Force in Nevada. There's a secret location. They sent a ship up with an Air Force pilot. They've done more than over 25 times past Jupiter to Jupiter and back in 25 minutes. This is actual fact. This is top secret information. You know it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, so
go ahead.
Yeah. So, the public doesn't know about this stuff. We've been so lied to, people. You don't know half of what.
We're too busy watching the Kardashians.
The Kardashians and Disney movies, which is all right if you're a kid. But we've been so blinded by the truth because all the media is like, okay, let's put this on here and get people to watch this and that, watch world wrestling matches that are fake. Let's get them all let's let people get really not too smart, and we'll just have them, keep at that level, and we'll do whatever we want to do in space, and they won't even know what's happening. That was the plan, but it's not working because people are waking up.
Yeah,
right?
Trump announced it when Space Force came out. He did an announcement. It's on that June 13th. It's on that part.
Yeah.
He's the one that announced it.
He actually announced it, and I didn't believe it. I thought like maybe this guy is drinking too much or has too much money, but I didn't believe it. But there's been a secret force that we have already in place to attack star people in their spaceships. The one thing that they're not realizing is that all that we have as a space force can be neutralized in 2 seconds by the star people. They don't realize. They think they're smart. We think we're smart and advanced. We have the technology. The star people will neutralize every single craft they have before it even gets off the ground. I know this because I work with them directly.
How many planets do you think we're in touch with?
I don't know exactly how many planets per se, but I can tell you pretty soon I'll be going off planet. You probably haven't heard my story with another friend of mine, but we're going to be going off planet to a ship to connect with. We all have like a biological family here: your mother, your father, your sister, your brother. The people don't realize is before we came here, we have a cosmic biological family. You know what I mean?
I understand that. Yeah.
So I have a biological cosmic family, which I'll be meeting soon. Probably sometime in the next 3 to 4 months, I'll be taken off planet. People don't understand this, but my friend and myself and a few other people are going to be coming back with information. And I have a father and a mother on a ship. They have a name. Commander Robar is his name. I don't channel anything. My friend has been on the ship in Vermont about 3 or 4 times already. She's met my parents on there. They grow everything vegetarian on another ship, living quarters, and everything is vegetarian. All the food, fruits, vegetables. They don't eat meat, and they have many ships, and these ships can neutralize everything on our planet, including the Space Force.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They're way advanced than us, and they're just sorry that we're destroying our own planet. And
yeah,
and we have time to stop it. It's almost near the end of not being able to save this planet.
yeah.
But these people that know about it are busy making their own bunkers and stocking up what they need, and everyone else is back outside.
Oh yeah, there are people doing that.
At home, I got 6 months of food, first aid, bandages, stitches. I'm a nurse, so I have all that stuff ready because if we make it through whatever's coming, we're going to be suffering at our own loss because we weren't prepared.
Right. But the good news is we do have a chance to make things different, and when that's why when I go off the ship, we're going to be coming back with messages for the planet that are going to help people. My friend right here, Friends with Fairies, she's coming on in a few minutes. You'll love her. She has been on the ship, and we're working together. I'm in Connecticut, and we'll be, we're going to be going on the ship together with probably 1 or 2 other people that have been selected to be ambassadors to our Earth. So, it's not something we've ever thought of. I didn't know her initially until I got on here. And you're going to see a lot of things happen here. We're going to be doing a C5. You know what C5 is?
No.
Contact with extra. A C5 is where, have you heard Dr. Stephen Greer? Dr. Stephen Greer, the person that has brought out people, former Air Force people in Washington that talked about these cover-ups that we've been going through.
Yeah, I've been watching that. Are they over? Are they still doing that?
Oh, Dr. Stephen Greer is very active. I haven't been in touch with him, but we're going to be doing C5. We use his application. He has a downloaded application which you should get. It's really good. And we're going to be doing a C5 in an apple orchard where we're going to have my space connection. They're going to do something. We don't know what it is. We're going to be live on TikTok. And we're going to record it, and it'll be documented on my YouTube channel, which I have all the shows on. So then we're doing another event that is another C5 by a bigger event here in Connecticut, in New London County, near Foxwood, Ledyard, Connecticut, on farmland, and it's a whole facility. So there's things that we're serious about what we do. We're very serious. We've been doing it for over 11 years, but this whole thing, we're going on the ship. We won't be able to record going on the ship. Our phones won't work. We're going to record the outside of the spaceship when that happens. So it's not going to happen during our C5 in April. On the 13th, we'll be doing a live. We're going to just record whatever is going to happen, and I still don't know what it's going to look like, but it's going to be something that's going to blow people away pretty much.
Oh, yeah. For those who want to know, will know. For those who don't, they'll come up with something. Did you want me to send you my
Yeah, I'm going to give. Yeah, let me give you the email. So my email to send it to, Annette, is CmdR.
Let me get a paper here.
And this is Annette. It's funny. Like, I can tune into people's frequencies, and I knew that you knew a lot more.
I know a lot more, but
I know you do, and you have to be safe.
Yeah, they're loved ones, and they trust me, so I gotta.
Yeah, go ahead. You have to. But at least you told us about the Space Force, which I already knew about that. And
so I think we have military. Army is with the Rangers, Navy's with the Marines, and another set of Army is with NASA. So it was called Space Force.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because NASA's got to be involved in it. And how many ships do we have in general? Do you know? Have they created?
We got a lot.
They're kept, obviously. They're kept in secret locations.
They think our recession's bad and stuff because our money's going really quick right now to get ready for whatever's coming.
Yeah.
We're in touch with more than one planet, so.
Oh, we are. And how many? I'll give you my email. How many planets do you know we're in touch with in general? 4, 3. Okay. In our solar system, and they're inhabited by intelligent people. Yeah, I mean, I've always talked about how our solar system is not a dead solar system. So that's absolutely correct.
More's out there. Wow.
Yeah. Let me give you the. I'm going to give you my email. All right. Okay. I appreciate you, Annette, so much. And it's CmdRAleon at AOL.com.
Okay, so it's CmdRALDON
ALEON, like EON.
So okay, so it's AL. Go ahead and do it all.
EON. That's okay. Take your time.
Go ahead
You're
and just
working encounters.
do it one at a time.
I'll give it to you. CmdRAleon
Uh-huh.
at AOL.com. And what I'll do
Yeah.
is when I get the footage, I'll have a main page where I put real spaceship UFO footage on here on TikTok.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah. I don't put any fake stuff on or CGI or any of
Oh,
that
good. It's
stuff.
been nice talking to you.
Hey, you know what? Now we're friends, and
Yeah,
feel when you
yeah.
feel when.
I've been watching you because there's some stuff on there, and it's like, and they put all this silly stuff on there, and then they want people to be serious. So I don't know if that's just to
Right,
throw people off. Just
it
put what
might
you
be.
know, and some
You
put
know.
this weird music and all this
Yeah, I
cartoon
don't do any of
stuff.
that. I
Makes
don't
it.
play. I don't play games. I've been too much involved. I was a contactee in the '60s. I had my
Mm-hmm,
first contact with a flying saucer hovering in my cul-de-sac. I went
mm-hmm,
up to after dinner. I couldn't understand why. I went in my brother's room, opened the wooden blinds, and there was a spaceship with men, women, and children wearing light blue space outfits,
mm-hmm.
and they were all beautiful people, and they were telepathically communicating with me then, saying, "You're not from this planet." They told me
Yeah,
when I was a kid. So, but that's why as I grew up as a kid, I got involved in school and stuff. I forgot about things, but I've always had, encounters that were positive. And then I
yeah,
had my connections with the space people.
yeah.
So yeah.
If you know Doctor Medium, he's a doctor, but he cures almost anything with vegetables, herbs,
Hmm.
vegetation, hardly no meat. He was abducted in 29 Palms, and
Really?
he's on a podcast. Yeah, he's always trying to cure people like reverse diabetes just with diet and stuff.
Really?
He got let go from a lot of hospitals because the pharmaceutical reps want to make all this
Oh
billions
yeah.
of dollars.
Yeah, they didn't
So
like
doctors go to him
that.
for lupus, fibromyalgia, and he gives them what they're supposed to take, like juicing and all that. Anyways,
Yeah.
he was abducted. Yeah, I follow him on
Really?
podcast, and I never even knew that about him. I was following him for a diet.
Oh, interesting. You see,
But,
you never know.
mm-hmm.
Well, it's great that now that you've finally been on the show, now you're a friend of the show, and you can come on and just and play it safe. But whenever you want to come on here and you can disclose stuff without, I don't need to know people's names or ranks. Just if you give us the information, that's all I care about.
Okay.
Don't care where that's
Yeah.
all you have to do.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of people in New Mexico area too that work
Yeah,
for the government there. Yeah.
yeah. So you're gonna be our West Coast disclosure person with just generally giving us information. We don't need to know the general's name or
Yeah.
what rank there is. That's why I want you to know that you can come on here with no names at all and just provide the information. All right.
And where are you at? Uh huh.
I'm in Connecticut. I'm here in New England, and
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm on NPR Radio, WESUFM.org Sunday mornings. I do my Ashtar Command Cosmic Eye show, and
Mm-hmm.
I've interviewed people. I've interviewed all kinds of people over the years. Not so much recently in the recent years,
Yeah.
but we talk about the same stuff here on my radio side that I do here on my Encounter show. Yeah,
Oh, good. Good. Yeah, we need. There's a lot of sightings here in the desert because it's so dark.
yeah. Oh yeah, I
New
wish I was living
Mexico.
out there.
Yeah, New Mexico. You just go out there camping, and you don't have to even prove anything. You just look in the sky. It's like a
And they're
throughway
there.
with them.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully we have a lot of sightings in New England now. New
Oh, do
England's a
you?
really hot spot. Yeah, New England has a hot spot. We don't have like there, depending where you are. If you're in light polluted areas in southern New England, not you can still have sightings, but in the northern New England, like Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, there's less light pollution, so you're able to see a lot more. You
Yeah,
know.
India's had quite a lot also.
Yeah.
India's had quite a lot of sightings they put up. Yeah, and Mexico too. They put them up too when they get them.
Oh, Mexico is a big hot spot too. Yeah. Yeah.
Mexico's open to them. They had a press conference where they said that they are welcome there and they're not going to hide the fact that they're there. And
Yeah.
so the president had a
That's
big,
pretty amazing.
so it's pretty cool.
Wow.
Well, thank you for having me, and I'll send you the
Thank
video
you.
as I can. Okay, bye-bye.
Many blessings to you.
Uh-huh.
Take care.
Likewise.
Everybody say, give a clap to Annette. I'll get you off here. Wait a minute. Here you
Thank
go. All right. That was Annette. And I want to thank her, everybody. Will not be on. Oh, April had an, okay. Oh, all right. April has an emergency. Will not be on. Okay. Well, I hope it's okay. I hope everything's okay. All right. Let me see here. Let me see here. So that was a real interesting discussion. You never know what's going to happen here on Encounters. And that was really good information. So evidently, we have the Space Force that we've actually been to 3 planets in our solar system that are inhabited by intelligent people. Let me talk about intelligent people hey, young Skywalker, good to see you. Let me tell you, last year, I've said this numerous times to people, even on my radio show for years, that in our solar system, there's intelligent life on other planets in our solar system. And on the public end of it, NASA would say, we're trying to find intelligent life, in our galaxy, right? But the thing is, they lied, because there is intelligent life in our galaxy, all over the galaxy. There's intelligent life on planets in our solar system, and they lied. I remember growing up, they would say, maybe we can find like a biological amoeba or something on Mars or some other planet, and maybe there's signs of some life out there, as if we're the only planet that has life. Good to see you, Johnny. I hope April's emergency is okay. I hope she's all right, Yeah. But, they talk about how they're looking for life. They sent all the satellites out there, and the force be with you, young Skywalker. And they're saying all these satellites out into space, right? Because we want to find something that's similar to what we are. The fact of the matter is, from the hospital, okay. All right. Well, when she gets back and gets her friend home, she can come on later. Or maybe she'll be on tomorrow night. That's okay. So with that being said, we've been lied to. And Annette, thank you for being on here. Annette just said what I already knew. I didn't know how many planets we've been to in our solar system, but evidently we've been to 3 intelligently inhabited planets in our solar system. I wonder which planets those would be. 3 planets that we've actually visited, top secret, in our solar system. Anyone want to take a guess? I should have asked her which planets they were. Maybe. Hey, Darth Vader, good to see you. Lexicon says Mars. Probably Mars. But the one thing is, if they've been to Mars, Venus, possibly. Jupiter, maybe. I didn't ask her. I'll have to ask her. Annette, if you're still there, which 3 planets have we been visited by, or 2? I'll ask her when she messages me. I'll message her back and find out. But the fact of the matter is, there's intelligent life all over the multiverse. You see, the funny part of it is, we've spent 70 years having a cover-up on our planet about life, intelligent life everywhere else. And there are people that say, well, why would anybody want to come here? There's nothing out there. It's just the way it is, right? Really? Really? It's just the way it is? Like there's nobody out there, and God just said, oh, you know what? In all the universe, I'm going to create a planet called Earth that has oxygen, that has mountains and waters and streams and life. And we're going to make this planet an inhabitable planet called Earth. There will be human beings living on Earth. That's right. There'll be human beings. And when they live on Earth, this is the only planet that we're going to have life on. I'll create a whole universe of planets and solar systems with stars. This will be the only intelligent life. Nothing's coming out from anywhere. There's no spaceships. There's no star people anywhere. Just Earth. Because Earth is the only planet that is inhabitable. Every other planet, forget about it. Right. Now, if that were true, which it isn't, we'd be in trouble. Right? We'd be in trouble. We know that our planet is one of many, many, many planets that have life on them. There might be a dead planet here or there for whatever reason, but do you really believe that there's no life out there that's more intelligent, more spiritual, that exists out in the universe or the multiverse? Come on now. Yeah, they found structures on the moon. We have 4 lunar bases on the moon. This is top secret information. 4 lunar bases. I have the pictures. My DoD contact from last year. 4 out of 5 of the bases are operational with people from Earth inside these lunar bases. Okay? Yeah, megastructure. On Venus, my friend up in Thailand with UFO Sightings Daily have photos showing that there is a city, that a structure of a city that's on Venus, the so-called planet Venus that can hold no life on it. So-called Venus, the planet Venus that we're always constantly taught is too hot a planet to have life on it. Yet we've never really seen the surface of Venus. You know, and then you think about Mercury, the planet Mercury. Now, again, I don't know a whole lot about that planet. I know it's the closest planet to the sun. And one will say, okay, well, the planet's closest to the sun. There can't be any life on that planet. And we're going by our own understanding of life because we're living on a planet called Earth. So we project our own vision of what life should be on every other planet if it's not Earth. And that's not the way to do it. We're projecting our own limited understanding of what life would be on another planet. Now, can there be life on Mars, being that close to the sun? Who knows? Maybe there is. You know, maybe if there are people on Mars living on Mars, they've projected a protection around their planet from overheating or something. Who knows? Nobody knows. Did you have contact with Val Thor, Frederica, my friend Athena, myself, back about less than 20 years ago when she was visiting? Val Thor tried to take us in our living room onto the spaceship Victor 1. And what happened was the wall was starting to, what happens is the wall that we were looking at started to disappear. We saw people inside the spaceship, but our vibrational levels, as high as they were, weren't high enough to go on the Victor 1 ship. This is a true story. This is about 15, 20 years ago, right here in Connecticut. And my friend Athena said, oh, they have the ship. They're trying to take us on the ship. And we can see the wall is starting to fade out physically, but we never got on there. But I have heard of Val Thor, yes. Amazing question, Frederica. Whatever made you think of that, thank you. So I shared a true story with you on that. I haven't talked about it much, but yeah, we did attempt to do that. So there's a lot of things coming down the pike, so to speak. Am I following Frederica? I should be. Hey, Frederica, we're going to follow you. Frederica, we're following you, and we're glad to have you with us here on the show. Aminuk, good to see you. Jenny says, I just don't understand why they keep coming to our planet. Jenny, let me explain why they keep coming to our planet. Matter of fact, Jenny, I'm going to bring you on as a guest, and you can ask me directly the question on here on Encounters. I'm going to bring you on. You're from Germany, Frederica. Very good. For Jenny, I'm going to help you understand this. Because, let's put it this way. You've been so clobbered with 3D dimensional garbage on this planet. Let me see if I get, I think, let me see what's going on in my live here. I'm going to bring Jenny back. Jenny, you there? Okay, not on. Well, anyway, I'm having some TikTok things going on here. But anyway, the reason why the space people are coming to our planet, Jenny, is because they are connected to our planet in many, many ways. They are star people. They are people from other planets. Our planet has been visited for billions of years. Way before you and I were born, there's been people from other planets coming here. The structures of the pyramids, all these other structures, the Stargate structures that they find. All these things were built and guided by people from the stars. So why they're coming here is because we are messing up our planet. That's one of the reasons why. The other part of it is we are connected with the star people. We are connected with the space people. Whether you realize it or not, Jenny, there's a connection. I don't know if you meditate at all or do any of that kind of stuff, but I would recommend, Winnie, thank you for the heart, that you start to learn to meditate, focus on your centering your energy, and focus on learning about the star people through meditation. And if you need help, I'll be happy to help you. I'm sure you have many questions. You know, I myself don't come from here. I come from Mars. I also come from off planet. Before I came here, I work with the Ashtar Galactic Command, or Ashtar Command off planet, and our physical bodies are in stasis, meaning that they're being protected. You know, and not just me, others that have come here from other worlds. So I'm fully awakened, fully conscious, fully activated, and I remember everything. So I can help you if you have questions. Let's see here. Let's see. Tay Killer, reason they keep coming to our planet looking for the one exists. Well, the reason why they keep coming to our planet is because they've always come to our planet as a Jenny for billions of years. Before anyone here was currently born, there has been space beings coming here for as long as this planet's been around. The reason why there's going to be large fleets of spaceships coming between now and 2027, it's time. It's divine timing. There's no agendas or anything except to come here and reconnect with the people of the planet Earth. That's why this is happening. We are connected with them. They are connected with us. We're all an intergalactic family. So I want to teach a few things here. The reason why there's going to be more contact, direct contact, is because it's time. Don't be afraid of it. Don't make excuses or come up with some crazy thing about why they're coming here. The reason they're coming here is because they're our brothers and sisters. They're our star family. That's why they're coming back. There's no hidden agenda why they're coming here. The Earth-based agenda of our Pentagon and people like that is to make you think that they're coming here to take over something. Don't believe anything you hear on the internet. Don't believe anything anybody on TikTok tells you or on YouTube tells you. They don't even know what they're talking about. Most of these people are just trying to get the numbers up there. If it's on TikTok, they're probably just trying to get 1 million to 2 million people to follow them with garbage. You know, I'm going to tell you the truth here. I will. You know, I have no agenda other than breaking the matrix of lies on this planet, which have been perpetuated through the mass media, through social media, and all that garbage. You know? So the commander is going to give you some good information. Whatever you've heard before you found this show, throw it out the window right now. Clear your consciousness. Get it together. Oh, you're very welcome, Frederica. We have a lot to work to heal the earth and awaken lost souls. We do have a lot of work to do, Chris. You know, and I'm always amped up here. Good thing I'm fully awakened in my consciousness. I don't channel anything. I don't listen to channels. I don't listen to people's predictions. I don't care about that stuff. It's all a sideshow for me. I came right from off planet to Earth in full human existence, and I do a talk show. When I was off planet, I worked with intergalactic communications between different planetary systems. I use Earth-based media. Thank Chris. I use Earth-based media, which is this TikTok, the social media. I'm on the Facebook. I do my radio show for 21 years. My goal is to wake up every single person I can from the lies you've been told. Lies in school, lies in universities, whatever it is. You know? But if you have any questions, certainly ask. I will give you a straight answer without any hesitation. And plus, if you're new to the show, I drink apple cider. Kansas 222. Hey, Kansas, may I be what? You were starting a sentence and I don't know what you want to be. Alinda, you're asking me. So I've seen all those debates on TikTok. People go nuts over round Earth, flat Earth, square Earth. All the planetary systems, forget the Earth. Every planet in every solar system is oval or round. There are no flat Earths. There are no flat Marses. There's no flat sun. These people waste all their time on social media arguing with each other when there are more important things to deal with. Kansas says I'm a student. Very good, Kansas. And what would you like to ask me? Earth is round, but as far as the Earth, you can't go to. No, you can go anywhere you want. You just have to be awakened, aware, and have the technology. We don't We have technology, obviously, to go beyond Earth because we've been to 3 different planets. My last guest told me who has contacts within high security clearance. Whatever you hear about what we can't do, don't believe it. If people tell you we can't do this, we can't do that, don't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. Okay? Meriwether, good to see you. Welcome to Encounters. This is Encounters. If you're new to the show, you're starting to get a feel for what I do here. I bust the matrix of your belief systems, what you've heard, what you believe, what you think. Doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you the cosmic truth here. We're going to interview people. We interview people about crop circles. We talk about UFO sightings. People have been visited by star people, off-planet visitations, fairies, which exist. We talk about Bigfoot here. We get into all the cosmic. The only thing we don't get into here is the paranormal. So if you're going to get into paranormal, there's 10 other TikTokers you go on live with to talk about all that stuff. All right? Hey, yes. I'm just trying to read your comments. Let's see here. Jenny Love, when you say UFO contact, aren't we always in contact whether we're conscious or not? We are one of? Yes, Jenny. We're always. We just don't remember it. But we call that the cosmic dream. So when you go out of your body, many times you're going off planet. Very true. Very true, Jenny. Many audio messages. Okay, I'm going to have to find out. A friend of mine. So Kansas 222, I think I'm interested in, can you tell us, are you in contact with ET Communications, Kansas? Are you talking about ETs? I want to get an idea of where you're coming from. About ships of the cross. The spaceships of the cross are beautiful. I've been studying them for a number of years. I've seen actual footage of the cross UFO spaceships. Those ships are very much in the higher frequencies of light. The space beings on the cross ships, they're not just because they're cross ships, they just happen to be very high vibrational patterns of ships. The cross ships, Tay Killer. Hey, Kit Kat. 20-minute rule. Let's see here. I'm just reading. Real says 2 stations have a liquor bar on a top sign me up. Let's see here. So for people new here, this is a show called Encounters. I've been doing this show since the beginning of 2023. I'm on radio, on NPR Pacific Radio. I do Ash Turkman radio show called Cosmic Eye. And our show is all about all of this stuff that we're talking about here. Uranium Smoker, the Green Sticky. Let's see here. I think maybe... Okay, none of that. Thank you for sharing, Daisy. Frederica, thanks for coming back in. We appreciate everybody. We want to get to 100,000. Thank you, Simply Ellie. Good to see you. We want to get to 100,000 likes tonight by 12:30. We'll be ending our show at 12:30. We only have like 45 minutes or whatever it is. We want to really get it up here. So everybody needs to tap that thing there, share our program with other people you think might be interested in encounters. We don't have disco balls rolling here. We're not jumping on cheese. This is a real, actual show. Unlike some of the other TikToks that people are yelling over each other. I don't get it, you know. And if you want to be a guest on the show, you have to have 200. TikTok has you to have 200 followers to go audio, 1,000 for audio and video. If you have a story to tell related to the things I've mentioned, put it in a sentence in the comments here, and I will be happy to talk to you. I need to know what you want to talk about before I put you on here with over 200 people. Christine says, on Mars, do you have problems like Earth, like crime or pollution? Nope. They don't even have shopping malls on Mars. Mars is a planet inhabited between 10 and 15 million inhabitants. There are some structures now on the surface of Mars that weren't there before. Mars has a polar cap. Mars has most of the waterways are on the inner side of the planet versus the outer side. The Martian population is mostly vegetarian. And there are tubular structures within Mars, a traveling system between different cities of Mars, within Mars. Do you believe in the theory of figments? No, I don't believe in the theory. I'll tear that thing up in 2 seconds. All these people with the figments saying, oh, we can't go out of the planet, and the spaceships coming from other planets can't get through it. That's somebody's theory, and I throw it out the window because I don't come from Earth. You know, there are spaceships coming to Earth and leaving Earth all the time. There's nothing to block anybody. The only thing that blocks anybody is our consciousness. Our consciousness blocks us. If we don't open our consciousness up, we're blocked to believe the things that we're told, right? So no, to answer your question, Skill, thank you very much for the question. I don't believe in the theory whatsoever. I'll knock it down every time. That's busting the matrix. That whole matrix, I busted that thing a long time ago. Lacey says they leave because of the aging process. Lacey, who leaves? Who's leaving because of the aging process? Hey, Lacey, good to see you. Who's leaving because of the aging process? I'm trying to figure out who they are. Hey, Rabbi, good to have you with us. Gregory, thanks for joining us on Encounters. Reader, thanks for the likes. Appreciate all the gifts. Beings. Which beings? What beings? Whose species are the metallic ships? Who are the ETs on the metallic ships? They're all varied. Some of them could be, depending who they are, on those ships, they could be very positive or they can be lower vibrational. So it's hard to say. The only way you know on the metallic ships is if you're encountering one, you'll feel the energy from the ship. You'll know whether they're lower vibration or higher vibration. So if you feel the energy from a metallic ship and you're having an encounter like that, just you can close your eyes in 2 seconds. I know I can. And you'll know whether it's positive or negative. So I think it'll be varied. Do you believe people have been abducted? No, I know people have been abducted. There have been my friend who wrote many books on he was a hypnotist, and I went to UFO conferences. I can't remember the person's name now, but I've met people that have been abducted. When I did my TV show, we interviewed a person that was abducted by ETs. That was over 20 years ago. But there are people that have been abducted, either being abducted by ETs or by our own government, using whatever they're using to abduct people, one or the other. But I also know people, hey, Starseed, welcome to the show, that there are what we call the contactees. The abductees are a separate category. The contactees are the ones that have had positive contact with higher vibrational beings of light. We call that star people, star beings. So the abductees are being abducted either by our government or by lower vibrational ETs. Do I believe in God? Of course I believe in God. All the beings in the universe, all the spiritual beings throughout all the planetary worlds, they all are connected with God. I don't believe in the Bible because the Bible is written by men. The Bible is part of the Matrix. The Quran and all these different books that people write on Earth over the years are written by men. God is universal. God has no church. God has no temple. God has no mosque. God is God. God is everywhere. God's on every planetary system, every solar system, every galaxy, every dimensional whatever. So I do believe in God, but I don't believe in the Bible. I don't believe in any Bible. I don't care if it's the Hebrew text. I don't care if it's the mosque. I come from Mars. We don't have any Bibles on Mars. Other planets don't have any Bibles or things like that. Only on Earth has man created all these religions that have messed them up. That's why people are so messed up on this planet. These religions that have been created on your planet have been created to pretty much control your consciousness. So yes, I do believe in God. But throw the Bible out of the window in 2 nanoseconds. Throw the Quran out the window. I have no exclusive focus on one versus better than the other. They're all no good because they all subject people to a control on Earth. Just like all the Earth-based governments, all the media, it's all based on control on this planet. It's not based on people being understanding of the universe. For 70 years, you've been lied to about a lot of things, especially about the people from other worlds? You know? Good question. Great question. I appreciate it. Brim, I sent you a video I caught of you, so never watched it. Laughed. Oh, I'll have to take a look at that, Brim. You see, and I'm glad you asked it, Skill. That you've got that was you'll find as you watch this show, folks, as you get used to this show, I don't hold anything back. I just tell you the cosmic truth. I don't channel the information. I don't have cards flipping in the air. I don't have a crystal ball. All that stuff. That's all. Throw it out the window. I just give you direct information. I interview people, listen to their stories, and we have a great interaction here. Yeah, Jesus was the Christ, the being of light. So Jesus came to earth as a star being. He was born as a baby in human form, just like other starseed. They claims that he was a carpenter according to the historic reference. But Jesus went to India, the lost teachings of Jesus. He went to what is North America, to the indigenous tribes. He went all over the place. He went to teach love and light, and a lot of people didn't understand that. Then he left the planet. He went on what they call the cloud when he came out of the so-called tomb. I decoded all this. When that tomb thing opened, that stone, he walked amongst the countryside, and people say, "Oh, I see Jesus." Then all of a sudden, this cloud appears above in the sky, this big cloud, right? What do you think the cloud was? I decoded it. It's the electromagnetic discharge creating an atmosphere around the ship. Jesus was beamed up back on a ship, on a spaceship off planet. But he can come and go as he wishes. He is that advanced in his cellular structure. But he was beamed up on a ship when he left the Earth. This is why I like to bust the matrix, because the religious people are going to go crazy, but I don't care. Oh, he came to you in a dream. Beautiful. Will says, was the abductee experimented on? Are you asking if abductees were experimented on? Some of them probably were. I really haven't focused a lot on the abduction people. I've interviewed abductees on my show here because it's important to have them tell their story, but I haven't really focused on it too much. A lot of it was lower vibrational ETs that did abductions, and some of it was in coordination with our government working with lower vibrational ETs in these abductions. Oh, he came to me to protect you. Beautiful. Let's see. Christine says, may I ask you your name? I just dropped in recently. I missed it. Christine, welcome to the show. My name is CmdrAleon. I'm from the planet Mars originally. I work with the Ashtar Galactic Command, which are cosmic, spiritual, Christed beings of light. And I do a radio show for 21 years. I do workshops, taking people off planet to a golden ship of light. And also, you can ask me any question you want. I'll try to answer it. Rebbe, thank you for the heart puff. I'm glad you're here, Christine. I want to follow you. Now you have 83 followers, Christine. Welcome to Encounters. I'm glad you're here. Abductions never are positive. That's why they're called abductions. If you have a contactee experience, I want to define this for people. If you are contacted in a friendly way by space people and not taken and forced to go on a spaceship, that is called a contactee experience. So you know the definitions. If you're been abducted by ETs, that is a forced experience. It's not a positive thing. If you had a positive experience with star people, you'll not call it an abduction. You'll call it a contactee experience. So people now, if they don't know the definitions, which I know, I'm throwing it out on my show here. Contactees are people that have had positive, loving experiences. Abductees have had forced experiences that are not positive. Hey, Siren Song, good to see you. Can you let me join? Goto, I need to know what you want to talk about in regards to the subject that we're involved with. So can you give me at least a sentence or two about what the topic is? Have you been having UFO sightings? Were you having encounters? What would you like to talk about? We always ask people to make comments regarding that so I can know what your topic is here regarding the whole cosmic realm. Oh yeah, I've heard of the Council of 13. Yes. Hey Daisy. So I need to know when people want to be guests. I need to know why you want to come on here. What is the focus of your sharing? I've seen 2 different types of UFOs. Oh, Florida. I can bring you up if you like. I hope. I think. Let's see here. Yeah, Florida. You can come on our show. And I also this dope person. Let me go backwards here. Oh, goat dope. I need to know what you want to talk about before I bring you up here. So I'm going to start with Florida real estate. Rachel says, "Are they ever around us like close and we can't see them?" Yes. So you could have a star person walking down the street that's in a high vibration and walk right by you. You won't even notice it. Although you might feel their energy, meaning if you're sensitive, you might just feel their energy. Absolutely. Now let's see what we got here. So Gotope, I know you want to come on here, but I still don't know what you want to talk about. We'll get into the Council 13 a little bit. I'm going to try to get these interviews too. I'll definitely get, if I don't get to that answer tonight, I definitely will at some point. Oh, you're welcome, Rachel. So we're going to bring on Florida real estate, because she gave me, what she has actually encountered. That's what I need to know for people. And let's see here. And Florida real estate, welcome to the show, Encounters.
Hi, thank you for inviting me.
And you also, at this point, you can also go on camera. I want to teach you if you don't know how to do it. Do you see your microphone?
No.
It's on your in front of you. All this stuff for TikTok. You'll see you have a camera. It says I don't know what it says, but you press the thing and the camera will come on. You have camera capabilities now. Because you're almost at 900 followers.
I just see the microphone.
Okay, the microphone's one thing. There should be like a little icon, like a camera. Turn on. It says turn on or something.
I don't see a camera.
You don't. Well, maybe. All right. Well, we'll just go with that.
I'm supposed to have 1,000 followers before I have a camera. I was told, anyhow.
Yeah. All right. Well, welcome to the show. And you had some stuff related to UFOs. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and when you had this all happen?
Yes. Yes. I am very skeptical, first of all, of anything that I want to comment about ever, and especially because people don't believe you. They think you're nuts or whatever, and that's something that you have to consider before saying anything. But
Right.
lately we had an episode in a mall, and I'm sure that you heard about it, in a mall in Miami. Yeah. And
what do you think about that? Because I stayed away from it because there was too much sensation with that. What's your feelings about that?
Well, there's a lot of things that might have been made up. I just think that a lot of people were very scared when they came to talk about what they saw, that it might have been something that they really saw, whether it was a portal and UFO and other beings walking around the mall. I'm not too sure about that. I'm not too sure about any of that. But there was almost 200 police cars, and they said it was about some teenagers with fireworks, but you never know, because there's shootings and they might overreacted of teenagers. I don't know. So I'm not too sure about the mall, but the day of the mall, in those days, like the day that happened, the day that the mall thing happened, the next day or so, I was driving to the middle of Florida, from Miami to middle of Florida, and we had to drive a State Road 27, which is a lot of sugarcane fields, and it's very urban, right? So you could see the sky and you could see everything because it's open. And I'm talking to my sister in California, and all of a sudden I see like a ball of fire, but it's not going down. and it's not fast like you
Mhm.
usually see the meteors, but I see it going into like to the right and then
Right.
to up, and then I'm like, oh, I see like a smoke, like it's an exhaust smoke that
Oh,
this
that's really
thing
wild.
came out of. And then I looked at it, but
Uh-oh. What's going on here? Are you still there? I'll tell you, folks, strange things do happen on encounters. Are you still
and,
with us?
yeah, can you hear
Did
me?
you did you just pause yourself?
No, it was it, I had to connect the phone.
Oh,
It was
okay.
dying.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
so I see the smoke, and I see that this thing came out of that smoke, and
Mhm.
I told my sister I'd call you back, and I parked to take a picture of what I was looking at. It was like a ball of fire, but it had like not, it was not on. The fire was like off,
Yeah.
and then you could see like little, no windows but craters, and it's not,
Yeah.
I couldn't make up exactly what it was. Of course, it's up in the sky. So I went
Yeah.
to take a picture, and when I went to take a picture, it disappeared. So I took
That's
the
really
picture of the
weird.
exhaust. I
Mhm.
took a picture of the exhaust, and then I sent it to my daughter. And she says, there were aliens in Miami at the mall yesterday or something. I'm like, really? And what you saw, a lot of other people saw. And she sent me a video of someone that really took the whole picture of what I saw. So I know it's true of what other
Mhm.
person saw because I saw it. So that was a weird one. And I don't know, it feels like they're going around with this in this different artifacts. This one
Mhm.
was one. And then okay, so this was like recently, but in the
Right.
pandemic times it was empty. We had the streets totally empty, right? So I had to
Yeah.
go like downtown and back up to the suburbs, and the streets were empty. It was 11 o'clock at night, and you could see
Mhm.
everything because you're just, if you're not listening to music, whatever, you're not distracted. Then I
Right.
saw like a plasma, like when you see the blimp going across the
Yeah.
sky,
Yeah.
but except it was a big plasma wobbly, across like a cloud, and a blimp, like when you see a blimp, but it's a cloud, and it's a
Right.
big cloud, and it's got things
Now,
inside,
when did you
and it
see
just
that?
went across the.
When did you see the plasma? What? That's interesting. I've heard of plasma
I s-
ships.
I saw that in the pandemic. Must have been in end of 2020. Yes, something like
So
that.
can you explain what it looked like when you were? How high up was it?
It was like when you see the blimp. That's how high up is
Okay,
when you see,
but
or
it
when
was
you.
a plasma. Did it look like a ship? A plasma looking ship?
No, it was like a wobbly thing going across with things inside. But I
Really?
just, because what happens when you see these things, first you're in disbelief, you're looking at this, and then you
Mm-hmm.
look at things and you try to make something that you recognize, right? Like a
Mm-hmm.
plane or whatever.
All
You
right.
want to recognize what you're looking at, but by the time you're making up your mind about what you're looking at, it's gone.
Yeah, it
So
disappeared.
disappears, right? So this
Yeah,
one was
that's
like,
wild.
yeah, if I could describe it, it would cover like the whole street, but it's up right in the sky like a cloud.
Wow,
Yeah, I saw
that's
that, and then
amazing.
I told people I saw that, and it's like, oh my God, you and your things and your conspiracy theories and this and that. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know. I just saw things. I saw it.
yeah.
Then when the Hurricane Ian was here,
Okay.
there was a saying in the town where it happened, which is Cape Coral,
Yeah.
that a building went on fire, and that everybody in the building was, like stuck, or, with the smoke, when it built, because the hurricane is happening at the same time. So the first responders are not tending to these things immediately,
Right.
or it's
That's
difficult for
right.
them because, so there was this, everybody said that there was this big man, like about 10 foot tall, white, with white hair, 10 foot
Hmm.
tall, okay, that pulled everybody out of the building. And the
Really?
next day, everybody was looking for this man everywhere in town, and nobody found the man.
Okay, so let's stop for a minute. So these men were 10 feet tall. Everyone listening to this, watching this, if you're not watching this show, then you're asleep. these you're talking about people that are 10 feet tall. They're wearing a white like outfit or spacesuit.
Nobody said anything about a spacesuit. They only
But
said that was a
what were they
tall,
wearing?
a white, yes, a man
They were
dressed in white.
they're
Mm-hmm.
dressed in white. So these men
Oh,
are 10 feet tall. They're dressed in white. That's taller than
or,
most human beings, right? They
only
go
one
in,
though. Only
only
one.
one. How
Uh-huh.
many were there?
Only one person pulled everybody out of the building,
One
or one
person
of
that
these
was
things.
wearing, right. So one of these things
What
was wearing a white suit of some sort, 10 feet tall, pulling people out of the building. And then when they got them all out, there was nowhere to be found that person that was 10 feet tall, correct?
nor the next day or anything like that. So this is my third time I see something. So I
Mm-hmm.
moved to Cape Coral because I am in construction. So we all moved, the whole crowd. We moved over there for
Yeah.
the reconstruction. So
Yeah.
I used to drive with
Oh, what's going on
some
here?
of me back and forth. So I was
Mm-hmm.
driving in the days of the after the hurricane. I was
Yeah.
driving, and a guy, one of the guys, young guy, 34 years old, he always tells me he's afraid of the UFOs because when he was young, there was this one square things with numbers that showed up in where he lived, and that ever since then he was afraid because they didn't have a good experience. It was not a good uh,
Yeah.
energy for him.
Yeah.
So we're driving from Cape Coral, which is all the way west coast of Florida, to Miami, which is in
Mm-hmm.
the east coast, and we are parked waiting for a traffic light over a bridge, and then in the clouds this was this thing of like a circular things with lights that wouldn't move. It was just right there. So
Wow.
I didn't say anything, but then people said, because he was the one next to me in the back and see, and
Hey,
he
Carrie.
says, "Do you see that?" I didn't want to say anything. He says, and I go,
Mm.
Yes, I see it." And then I said, "Let's film," and he goes, "No, no, 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 just go, 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 go." So we just left. But the next
Wow.
day, I came to the office. Next time I came to the office on Monday, I told the people in the office, "No, Nicholas and so and so and so, we saw the UFO." And a couple of days after, a girl from the office showed me a video that somebody in Cape Coral put up in the media of the
Yeah.
things that we saw, the same thing.
Wow. There's a
So,
lot
so
of,
are they
yeah, go ahead.
visiting us? Are they coming more?
Are
I'm
you
sorry.
asking me that question? Are you asking me are you asking me the question?
Yeah, yeah. It's a question. It's something. No, it's a question. I don't know if it's a question because I'm positive that they're visiting us. The
Okay.
question
Okay.
to me is, why are they more active?
Oh, I can answer that question easily. As you get to know my show and me, a lot of things are going down that people are going to be very surprised on our planet who are watching this show. Some of the people watching this show, many of you already know what's going to happen. But for those that don't, the reason why there's more sightings of different types, there's all kinds of different extraterrestrials. But the ones that are the more positive ones, that vibrational pattern of energy is going to be seen more. You're going to see more sightings of different types of spaceships in our atmosphere coming from other worlds. Now, we have our own technology, and you'll be seeing some of that too that'll kind of confuse people. But the real stuff, the real cosmic galactic star people spaceships, those are coming more and more. They're going to come with scout ships, they'll come with motherships, with starships, all different types of ships. And so you're going to see a lot of that happening. You're also in an area which is right within the Bermuda Triangle, Miami and all that whole area is in the Bermuda Triangle. Now, in the Bermuda Triangle, and there are many different triangles, there's one off the coast of East China, the East China Sea, where flight 370, MH370 disappeared and was taken out of our planetary system by space people with, I think it was like 3 ships into a mothership, the one that was never found. I did a whole show about that the week it happened, and I know what happened. So you're going to see more of this activity now because it's time. Basically, you're going to see a contact event happen it'll be individual between now and 2027. By 2027, there should be some official contact by star people with our planet. You'll see an armada of spaceships that will be coming to Earth. There's small armadas now coming. There's individual encounters that people are having. And you yourself, you've seen stuff. So I think you're going to see a lot more stuff than you've already seen. You seem to be pretty aware of it.
Yeah, I think ever since I started meditating, like about 10 years ago, I started meditating.
Mhm.
I feel like I've been more sensitive to see things I didn't see before ever. And I
Right.
wanted to, because at some point in my life, when I was little, I wanted to see something.
Mhm.
And I used to lay down at night and look at the stars, and something will move eventually. And I was, ever since I was a kid, and I dreamed a lot of things. But like here, people are saying, I want to have the same drink she's having, and that's the
Right.
reason people don't want to talk about these things.
Right. But
But
you know what? Let me tell you
I had
something.
dreams.
Yeah. 30 years later,
Mhm.
now 30 years ago, people would not want to talk about it. I can tell you with confidence, every time I hear people saying they think they're going to be considered crazy, that's the minority of what was the majority of people that were calling people crazy doesn't exist anymore. Well, they exist, but they're a small minority. So just look at yourself now. The fact that we have a show like this on TikTok and radio for 21 years, people are much more open to this than you believe, than you even understand. There might be a few people in communities that that are like, oh, I don't believe you, but the majority of the planet now is much more interested in the subject than they were 30 years ago.
Yeah, and some people here are asking what. Well, I don't know. I think that the what's going to happen is the polars, right? They're going to switch. The Earth is going to switch. The south is going to be north, and the north is
Well,
going to be
the
south, and it's
Earth
going to
the
be.
Earth has actually been going through a gradual polar shift. It's not going to be like abrupt. It's been happening ever since I was a little kid in the 60s. So it's not like the people that say it's going to be this thing, earth-shattering event. It's been constantly, gradually changing, and the pole shift is happening constantly. It's not
So
going
they're
to be
showing
like
up because of the threat of the Third World War, or
they're not showing up for a threat of the Third World War. I work with the Ashtar Galactic Command, I'm from Mars originally. I work with the Christed beings of light off planet, and I can tell you that they're not going to allow for any war to occur on our planet in terms of nuclear war. They can shut down every single, and they have, nuclear weapon on our planet. I will tell you this, that they're coming here because it's time. For humans that don't think we have a connection beyond our Earth to ourselves, we do. Every single human, whether you realize it or not, whether you believe it or not, doesn't matter. We are connected to what I call star family. And the general definition of this, so you can write it down, star family means that you are connected to people from other planetary systems. And we are. We just have been so focused on being on Earth and consuming everything on Earth, that we don't have any idea that we're connected to other civilizations, what we call a galactic family, so to speak. You know what I mean?
yeah, I believe, and like I said, I started meditating and going into, and I do strongly believe that we are light beings inside a
Mm-hmm.
body,
Right.
and that I see humanity waking up to that
Mm-hmm.
concept that we didn't
Right.
have, because all the things we know about religion or whatever else. But I think that even I got woken up by, okay, what's going on, and start questioning more and more and more about these things, that I am open. I'm not as skeptical as I used to be,
Right.
to listen to people that talk about being abducted or contacted or whatever.
Right.
And they say that you get contacted by energy, and through meditate, like they put thoughts in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh
yeah,
yeah, it's called telepathy.
I'm gonna sound crazy, but another thing
No,
that
you
I
don't.
had once is I saw this thing like a little tiny, like when you're Catholic and you get the sacraments, and it's this little tiny
Okay.
white thing. Okay, I saw
Yeah.
this size of that white going, flying like into my house with all this energy, like sparkles, because
Really?
my son had just come back from the Navy, and he was on top of Somalia with a helicopter, and he was back and he was done with that. And I was so thankful and so in love, with my son being alive back from that. And it was so much love that this it sparkled this energy, and it went through me, and it said something like, "There's more." And I know that's probably not into what the subject is here, so I'm not going to elaborate on that.
Okay. All
But
right.
but the encounters that I've had is not like too close, but I've seen it.
All right. Yeah.
And you know, and I have my best friend that says, "Oh, you and your theories," and you know, some people think I'm crazy, but just for saying this. But the thing is, I see other people posting the same thing I saw, so
Right.
they might be called, "Oh, how did you make that video? And you're crazy, and you
Right.
probably made that
Right.
video." But I know they did not make it up, because I saw the exact same thing. I saw
Right.
the smoke,
See.
the thing. It's not a
Right.
smoke. It's like a little cloud, very, very dense little cloud with like puffiness, like, and then there's the sky is dark, and this one cloud looks like it's got light. You
Yeah.
know, you know what I'm saying? Like an
No,
explosion.
I got you. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I've had many sightings since the 1960s. I've seen spaceships as big as 2 football fields, really low in the sky. In the 1980s, when I was coming out of a club where I was playing reggae music, I was when they had albums, I was DJing roots music, and as I went out, I heard a voice say, "Look up in the sky," and I looked up, and there was a big spaceship about 2 football fields in length, over 1,000 feet above a condo complex, which abutted a wooded area going away from a little shopping plaza that I was in. And I watched it for 35 minutes. You're not crazy. Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
I believe that eventually, you know, everybody's going to see everything, and eventually, you know, the earth is going to, you know, the people that are in certain dimension or certain state of mind, I don't know how that's going to work, is going to be seeing things other people don't want to see it or will ever see it, and I
Yeah.
believe in that too, you know. So
Well, as you watch this show more and more, you're going to find out a lot of things that are going to happen. We've talked about we have some things going down in the next few months here, where we're going to be actually meeting and going off planet with about maybe 3 or 4 other people on a starship. We're going to be taken on board a ship, and for people that are just watching this, just tuning in for the first time, you'll have to watch some of my other shows. All my shows are on my Ashtar Command Spaceship News channel on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube, you can watch some of the previous shows where we talk about how we're going to be taken off planet. And this will be probably within the next 4 months I'm being somewhat conservative, but we'll be taken onto a spaceship, and we're going to be given information that we'll be bringing back to Earth to help people on the planet. And this is going to be a very physical thing. This is not going to be through a dream state or any kind of other thing other than real. Oh, what happened? I just lost her. Okay. Well, thank you for being on with us. I'm not sure what just happened. I think she lost power on our phone. Oh, I'll take, hey, Frederica, take care. We're going to bring on our next guest, Goat Dope, who had a UFO sighting, as our next guest on Encounters. And Goat Dope, welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you?
We're doing well. And whereabouts are you on the planet?
Which, like, you mean like the state I live in?
Yeah, what state?
Oh, Texas.
Oh, welcome, Texas. Good to have you with us. And what's your first name or real name besides Goat Dope?
Oh, it's Julio Colegio.
Julio, nice to have you with us. And tell us, when you had a sighting. When did this happen? Can you give us some background?
Yeah. This actually happened about 2 years ago. I was actually in Dallas, Texas, and I was in one of my cousin's ranch house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, man, I hear this like this noise, like you know when you shoot a firework, like
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
yeah. And then I was like, what was that? And then next thing you know, we looked around us because it was around like 10 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not lying, man. And I think my cousin has a photo of it. I just need to see if he still has it with him.
Okay.
You can see like a shooting star, like a red and blue and green color shooting star,
Wow.
like go up fast, like 10 seconds.
Wow. That's
Yeah. So
crazy.
yeah. So we were like, wait, what was that? Like we were shocked because I never heard or seen something glimpse so fast, like lightning, man. It was like
And with
lightning.
the sky, was the sky really clear? Like where you are, it's probably less light pollution where you are down there.
Uh you can say that, but like I said, you
Hmm.
know how when you see something, just matter of seconds, man, just matter of seconds.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
caught us off guard, and all I know, I heard it like a firework, and we're like, "What is that?" And we turned around and we see that little. It was like a little, like a star object, and next thing you know, 5 seconds,
Hmm.
pew, it just, it
It
just
took
went
off.
up into
Yeah,
the sky. So
yeah. So that's interesting. So that, and what year was that sighting? Do you know?
that was like around maybe 2022. It was like 2 years ago. Yeah,
Okay,
like around
two
2022.
years ago. Okay, not
Yeah.
bad. So since that point, did you always have an interest in the subject, or is that something
Yeah.
that sparked?
No, no, no. But I always, when, especially when you're a little kid, you always talk about UFOs, aliens. There's something that's always gonna be,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
everybody's
yeah,
childhood, man. ET, it's always
yeah. The whole
something.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, conspiracy. But for me, man, I started getting more into it whenever I did see that kind of sighting. I was like, man, that's weird. So I started Googling, researching, and I don't know if you've seen that the government, I guess, quote unquote, finally confirmed that there are aliens out there. That there are UFOs.
Now. When I don't know if I read that report. When did that report come out
About the government announcing it.
about the ETs?
Uh, you're talking about my
Are
like
you,
my.
talking- are you talking about our government like like last year when
I
they had the
would say so.
hearings?
Yeah, around. I know they did
Okay.
confirm that there was that they did have quote unquote alien sightings, alien UFOs, and aliens like stuff.
You're talking
Um,
about like David Grush, who was in the hearings, who spoke about the non-terrestrial stuff during the hearings in Washington.
I think so.
Are you talking
Yeah,
about something?
yeah,
Okay,
something
okay,
like
that's
that.
what we're talking about. Okay,
And,
all right.
and also I did also see this video is pretty old though, but I did see a call. I don't know if you ever heard about if it was ever true, this video about a call about a guy that used to work at Area 51, and he sounded really scared, man. Like, and he was talking on the phone line. He was like, y'all need to hide me. Like, I can't be talking about this. Blah blah blah.
The guy that was on Coast to Coast.
I think it went viral at that time, and
Yeah, I
people were
remember
like, "What's
when
going on?" And then
yeah.
he hung up, and you know, but I don't know, man. We live in such in a mysterious world, and I don't think, man, we'll ever get to see fully everything like
Oh, you
on
will.
plain sight.
Let me. If you just came in here and you're new to the show, you're going to see a lot of things. I have inside contacts, off planet contacts. I'm not from here. I'm actually born human, but I have a lot of knowledge, and you're going to see things that the government cannot hide anymore. Between
Right.
now and 2027, keep your eyes open. There's going to be contact with star people that are going to be happening. Uh, there's a few of us here that have connected that one of our friends has been on a ship of the Ashtar Galactic Command. If you've never heard of that before, just to give you an understanding, those are the Christed beings, the star people of light, the positive space people. We're going to be connecting with them directly, and we're going to bring information back to the show in the next few months when this happens. Whenever that happens, I have no idea, but
Right.
I'm going to be going off planet, so to speak, on a physical
And,
spaceship.
and let me ask you this, man. What are your thoughts on the Area of 51 conspiracy? You know how a lot of people say that that's where they hide, all that
Hmm.
alien tech and
Um,
alien stuff.
there's a couple of places, right? Patterson Air Force Base. They have multi-level facilities where they have shot down with scalar technology non-terrestrial craft to get the reverse engineered technology from their craft. They have this S4, which is based north of Area 51. Area 51 has multi-level facilities as well. But I've actually gotten past that. I used to be, a number of years ago, I used to really focused on that. Now I'm more focused on disclosure and more focused on intergalactic contact with people on Earth, which
Right.
is going to be which is much more important than who cares about Area 51. It's going to be there. It is there.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
more
yeah.
important, I think the focus now is for people to meditate yourself. I don't know if you meditate at all, but get
Right.
focused. That's going to be your way of getting centered. When we do have contact, and we will, you'll be ready for it.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of videos and so-called evidence and photographs of UFOs sightings. There's all type of videos,
Mm.
of aliens. And I do think, especially like the last guest was talking about the spotted in Miami,
Right, right.
so-called aliens, and like I said, I do believe, man, that there is a higher intelligence out there,
Oh yeah,
higher creation, because everything that you see, man, the designs of the ship or the spaceship, it just no human can do that.
right. No, it's and and when people, and this is one thing people need to understand, there really aren't any aliens. There are non-terrestrial beings. There are star people, plasma beings. There are light beings. There's different types of beings. Excuse me. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
But people need to learn that there's a plethora of different types of space beings from out in the universe. What our media has done is, and for some reason, you got the cough going here.
So
I'm drinking apple cider, but go ahead.
So you don't believe that like aliens are big or green with big black eyes, like little kids picture?
No, throw that stuff out. Throw
It
all
was
that
a
stuff
funny
out the
question.
window.
Yeah.
What people need to do is throw out every picture, and even on TikTok, people and on YouTube, the only picture people show of ETs are monster-looking ETs. That's what everybody shows. That's their concept
Extraterrestrial, yeah.
because that's what they believe they look like based on Hollywood movies. So I'm
Right.
going to straighten people out right now about what extraterrestrials look. Now, are there
Right.
ETs that look like kind of weird looking? Yes. The majority of the star people are the ones that are the star people look like us. They look beautiful. They look just like us. What
I'm a,
Hollywood movies do, and what not only Hollywood, but what people do is they put these pictures on their backgrounds for YouTube or whatever, making it look like ETs look like monsters. So your only concept of what ETs look like is like scary monsters that are ready to take over the earth. Throw that stuff out the window. I wish people would wake up and get more creative with, knowing a little bit more about ETs than going by what Hollywood produces over the last number of years since the 1950s in the movies. On some of the old Hollywood movies, all they showed was these negative Martians or, whatever. It's all garbage. It's all not true. It's all put out there to brainwash people and make you be scared of the fact that when contact happens, you're going to have a bunch of scary, long-legged ETs coming off their spaceships, gobbling up everybody. Throw it out the window, folks. It's a lie.
yeah.
It's part
Yeah.
of a negative agenda to control your consciousness. So when the ET contact happens, you're going to be running for the hills or hiding in a bunker. It's baloney. It's garbage. Forget
Hey,
about it.
yeah.
That's my
Hey,
answer.
oh yeah. Hey man, but it was nice talking to you, man. I gave you a follow and I gotta go do
You
an
too.
errand, but hey, I'll keep you in touch, man. Thank you for having
Yeah,
me.
you too. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm following you too.
Yes,
And that was Julio. And have a great night. Thanks for your story.
yes, sir. You too. Thank you.
And we're going to disconnect him. I hear the crickets in the background. We're getting to about 12:30 here. I want to hit 100,000, which at 65.3, we have 226 wonderful people from all over the world watching the show. I believe they blend in peace for a living. Very true. Very true. Nothing to fear, Winnie, is correct. Yeah, and Wes Dark, you're right. All governments want to do is spread fear. Lynn RN, Commander, do you have any pictures of them? Of the positive beings? I have renditions of what they look like. Let me see if I can show you one. Hold on a minute. If I have any pictures, I'll show you a picture. Let me go into my effects area here. I'll show you a picture. Here's what one of them looks like in a drawing. I'm going to show you this picture. This is a picture from a book that was written by Tuella. And let me just show you this right here. So this is what one of the space beings. This is Commander Ashtar. He is a Christed being of light. This is from a book cover of the late Tuella. If you find her books, Tuella, Tuella. This is a space being. This is the type of space being they don't want to show you. Very beautiful. Doesn't look like a monster with fangs hanging out of his mouth. No scaly skin. Nothing. This is Commander Ashtar, who does exist off planet. And there was a book called A Tribute to the Ashtar Command. And the book is written by Tuella. She's no longer alive. I'm going to show you another picture. Okay, this is a picture of an extraterrestrial being, a drawing painting of what a space being that is human looks like. All the pictures you ever see on TikTok are ugly looking ETs, right? Let's face it. All the content creators, they show these pictures of all these, that's all they find is these pictures of the ones that look scary, right? This is what a space being of light looks like, a star being, a Christed being of light, a peaceful being looks like. I will never show those other pictures. Those other pictures are not true. They're based on lower vibrational energy. I just won't show them. And let me see if I have another picture here. Here's another picture, I think. Yeah, here's another picture of a star being. These pictures do exist, but a lot of content creators put in pictures of negative looking ETs that are ready to eat you up. And that's what they focus on when they talk about this stuff. Not here. On Encounters, the show, this is a space being that is a Christed being of light. This is a drawing of what a Christed being of light, space being looks like. And let's see, do I have another picture? I don't have another picture. I'm going to go back to my, but that gives you an idea of what a space being of light looks like, right? That's what they look like. Again, all you've been shown are those beings that look like they're ready to gobble people up in Hollywood movies for years. I'm here to bust that matrix. I'm here to teach people something here on my show. If you see anybody live showing you these negative ETs, don't watch their live. Do yourself a favor. That's a projection of energy, negative energy. No matter what they're talking about. If they're projecting that image, don't watch it. Why even bother? You know? Here we're going to uplift people. You know, we do talk about abductions on here, but the thing is, I know what's going on. I know what's happening. The commander is right on target. You know, I know what's going on. And when a ship comes to land, it might just look like this. A ship that lands that's not abducting anybody. The ship is getting ready to land to make contact. You know, you might have a ship land and you feel the energy is good and it's landing in a field somewhere, and then the space people come out and then you see them and they might look like this. Or it might just look like this. Where is it here? What happened to the picture? All right, let's go backwards. All right. Or it might look like this. And that might be the space person walking out of the spaceship. It's not going to be some ugly looking, person from some other world, I'm going to start showing you more pictures of positive looking ETs. Why other people want to spend their time scaring you. They want to spend your time scaring you. You're supposed to be scared, right? Or maybe the ship's going to land in a field in the mountains like this. Okay? Coming down, landing in a ship. Or maybe they're going to look like this, a bunch of star people in the ship looking at a crystal ball of some sort. Looking like that. Okay? Or maybe it's a galactic ship in space like this. Haven't seen this before, have you? I got pictures. I don't usually show these pictures. I got them. Look how beautiful that is. That would be a big mothership off planet. Just a drawing to give you some visual concepts of what it would be like, right? So that's what you're looking at, right? And I hope you're enjoying the show. This is Encounters. I'm sharing some photo backgrounds to give you more positive looking at what the ships look like in drawing renditions, and also pictures of what the space people would look like that you're going to meet. Because you are going to see them. You're going to see them soon, in a couple of years. You might be having individual of a jellyfish, /CmdrAleon, yes. So be prepared, meditate. Meditation is the key. And if you meditate and center, you'll be ready. If you don't do any of those things, you won't be ready. But as long as you meditate and center in Christ consciousness, which I teach in my workshops, you'll start to be able to get to the vibrational levels where you'll be able to communicate when that time comes with your star family. Everybody here has a star family. Everybody. You know? Everybody does. Is it safe to shake hands with your space family? Yes, of course it is. I mean, you might even want to hug your space family. Nyla, you can email me at CmdRaleon. I'll give you my email. I'll be starting workshops up coming in the summer here in the United States. Thank you for the hat. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. I just want people to have positive experiences. I want to teach you how to not be drawn in by any kind of social media lives on YouTube or here that are negative. Because if they show you negative ETs, don't go there. Do yourself a favor. We'll help you out. You don't need that. That's a projection of negative energy. You don't need it. Rachel, thank you for the J, for the TikTok J. I appreciate it. See, my whole thing is to bust all the negativity out of this planet, including social media. That's what Encounters is about. More than that, you know. We're at 12:38. It's been a, you know, I love everybody here. It's been a great show. And hey, now I look like I'm light again. Let me see. I'm going to go back onto the other thing here. Hold on a minute. We're going to go back to our encounter screen. Well, I must have did something right. I got my color back. Well, anyway, it's good to have you all here. Thank you, Florida. Thank you for that. And we want to thank everybody for watching our show. It's 12:38. It's time to end our show for the night. Rachel, have a good night, everybody. Thank you for your gifts. Florida, thank you so much for all the TikTok gifts. We're going to do some final gifting here. Become a subscriber. Let me see here. We have 4 of 8 TikTok caps, baseball caps. I need to get 4 more. So I want to get 4 more baseball caps tonight. Rachel, thank you for the lightning bolts. We appreciate that. Another hat. So now I have 5 hats. Katie gave me another hat. Oh, this is great. We have 6 hats now. I have 2 more hats to go. Florida gave me a hat. Let's see, did I reach my goal? I think I did. I don't know if I have 1 more hat to reach number 8. I'm almost there. 1 more baseball cap to reach my goal, which would be pretty cool. Wow. Rabbi, thank you. I just reached the goal. Thank you, folks. So tonight's final goal was reached. I thank you. Become a subscriber. You know, if you see a subscribe button, become a subscriber. That'll help raise money for our C5 equipment. And we certainly appreciate everybody here. Join us tomorrow night for another edition of Encounters here on TikTok. I'm CmdrAleon saying, have a great night. Keep your eyes to the skies. Meditate, get centered, get ready. Things are about to start happening, folks, between now and 2027. We'll see you all later. TK, thank you for the pumped up. Oh, that's nice, TK. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Take care, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night. Tell everybody about the show. Have a great night, and may the force be with you.